So welcome back to the channel. This is just a little comparison between two Coleman stoves. One that is no longer produced, the 502, this one right here. This burns white gas only. Now, people have used them to burn other types of gas, but you're gonna not be happy if you try. You really want to stick with white gas. This is a little bit different than the newer ones. It's got two different types of adjustment on the valve right here. And they're really quite a beautiful stove, really, if you're speaking from a collector point of view. If you're looking for a stove for a collection or one that you might be able to pick up inexpensively at garage sales, this would be a good way to look. This is what you can find now. It's the new version, the 533, and it's dual fuel, so it will burn white gas and it will burn unleaded fuel. It's a simpler stove to use because it just has the pump and it has one valve. That's it. It's a very, very simple stove and very reliable. These stoves are fairly reasonably priced, and I believe around $60 to $70, somewhere in that price point. And they're really not for putting in a pack so much because they are a little bit hefty. But for an emergency stove around the house or for taking out on day trips or camping, it's a very compact way to go, much smaller than the suitcase 2 and 3 burners that Coleman makes in the dual fuel as well. But this is a nice stove. This is the old Coleman Peak 1, the Feather 400. This is a white gas stove. It is literally the same version, same principle as the two stoves I showed you before. It's just a little bit lighter. And these were a workhorse for many, many years in the backcountry. A lot of people really liked them. They've got a sizable fuel container, tank I should say, and they're robust. They're easy to control for cooking and everything. Once again, very simple, just a pump and a fuel control handle right here. Now, a newer version of that, this one I've used quite a lot, actually. I used it on llama packing trips with my kids when they were little, and on day trips, and a lot of times when I went in a vehicle. This is the new version, but it is no longer made either. But it's a 444 dual fuel. I picked this up a couple pre-COVID, so 3 years ago probably, from a lady in the box, never been used, $45. This was a really good buy. And once again, this will be in my collection. But if you needed something for emergencies, you know, these type of stoves that use the unleaded, you're always going to be able to find unleaded fuel. I mean, whether it's in a can in your garage for the lawnmower or the snow blower, or in vehicles, you're going to be able to find it. Best bet, right here. You can buy it anywhere, and it will burn unleaded fuel. So that's just a little bit of options on an emergency stove to have around the house. Thanks for joining.